Ladies and gentlemen, you are live. We are live, and this is You Ought to Know Live every Tuesday evening, 7 p.m. Eastern Time, when possible. We'd love to be here. I'm Dave Serio, your host. I have Mike Lambert from the Shine Shop as one of my guests, and I have Dave Winward from Jasper Engines as one of my guests. And we're automotive experts. Well, you know, we think so. In our minds, we are. And we give information and, of course, helpful hints on how you can have your car repaired cheaper or also possibly do it yourself. And, of course, learn more about your automobile every single week. So Mike Lambert is our resident detailer. He's our extreme detailer. And Dave Winward is with Jasper Engines. So he's an expert on remanufactured engines, transmissions, differentials, and transfer cases. So let's get things started. First of all, let's go to Mr. Mike Lambert. Mike, good afternoon. Good evening, sir, should I say.
Good evening. How are you?
Good. I couldn't make it on the air last week. I was planning, I had my iPad with me, I had my Wi-Fi with me, and I was planning to get into a hotel room in North Carolina in time in order to do this. But I fortunately had two vehicles out being lent out to family and friends in the North Carolina and Virginia area, and both vehicles within 30 minutes broke down on 95 in different areas of the world. And both of them had to end up being towed. One was an alternator, so it wasn't the end of the world. The other is an engine, and it is the end of the world. So it's been interesting. So that's why we couldn't make it on the air last Tuesday, so I apologize.
No, that's no problem. No problem. Glad everything worked out, except for the
owning
truck.
Owning an auto repair shop does not stop you from being able to be stranded on the road.
That's correct.
Yep. So what's going on in Michael Lambert's life?
We're busy. I cannot complain about that. We're probably busier now. We've been in the last 13 years for some reason. I don't know.
Well, it could be that radio show, you know.
It must be the radio show. That's what it is. We have been getting a serious amount of calls from the radio show, which I'm very grateful for.
Great. Very good. I'm glad it's working out well for you.
Yes. Yes. And we're staying busy. I'm doing something a little unusual for me tomorrow. I have a gentleman that has a C65 Mercedes that he bought from the dealership and has been taking it there for the free washes.
Right.
And we looked at the car Saturday, and I figure about 18 or 20 hours of polishing to remove what the dealership has done to that car, and I'm not touching the interior.
Wow.
It's going to be all
black
all day. Yeah, it's black.
Yeah, that's what.
I don't know how much of it we can fix. That's how bad it is.
Just from the free car washes.
Yeah, free car washes, and they're detailing it when they were getting ready to sell it, and it's only a 2-year-old car.
Oh my goodness, what a shame!
The paint on the car looks like it's 15 years old. It's black and it has no shine. It looks gray.
Sheesh.
So we will see. I'm going to take a lot of pictures, and we'll have those up for you next week.
All right, and if anyone can save it, I know you can.
I certainly hope so. It's a challenge. It's one of the worst ones I've seen in a long, long time.
All right. Do you have any pictures for us tonight, or helpful tips or anything?
Well, I have a new product I can show you.
Good. All right.
I think you're probably familiar with.
Okay. Well, let's wait for that just 1 second. Let's wait 1 second.
Okay. Cool.
Let's keep them suspenses. Keep the suspenses going. And let's give out your contact information. Your phone number is 410-833-1632. And talk about your website if you would.
The website is theshineshopAutoDetailing.com, and I'm looking right at it so I get it right.
There you go.
My wife has done an amazing job with it. It's just, it's got all the information on there. It's got prices on there. It tells you exactly what we do. We have some people on there that I know do excellent work. We don't make any money from referring people to them, so those are the guys that I would let touch my car.
Right.
So I know that they do good work, and there's some tips and tricks on there and galleries of some of the cars we've done.
Very good. Well, we'll be back with you in just a few minutes, and we will talk about the new little product you have. Thanks so much, buddy.
Sure, my pleasure.
Mike Lambert from the Shine Shop. We go right to Dave Winward from Jasper Engines and Transmissions. Dave, we're in the midst of putting an engine in our vehicle right now for one of our customers, a Chevy Equinox. And everything seemed to be going very well so far. We did find out why the engine went after we installed it. None of the fans were coming on, and he has a fuse box problem and a wiring problem to the fans. So we're working on that, but the engine's been already started and sounds good. And once again, thank you so much.
Awesome. That sounds great. And you had some questions for me about the install kit, so I did get some information on that. I'll call you tomorrow and let you know what's going on with that stuff.
Okay, very good. What's going on in the world of Jasper?
Oh, everything's good. We've got some exciting announcements. We have some new products. I'll just be quick with it. The 3.5 Honda, we have that available, and that was they put those things in everything. The Honda Odyssey, the Ridgeline,
Pilot, yep.
The Pilot, the Acura NV. I think the Saturn Vue from like 04 to 07 even had that engine. So we're excited about that. We're getting more into the import market, and an interesting figure. It was about 75 to 80% of all of California is import vehicles. So you know, we've set up camp out there in California now. We've been there for quite a few years, and that's where the market is. So we are definitely heading in that direction.
Great.
A couple of weeks ago, I mentioned we're doing the Toyota V6s as well. So we're trying to get the ones that are kind of the real popular ones that tend to have a higher failure rate, not because they're a bad engine, because of sludge, lack of maintenance.
Right. Very good. All right, well, give me a few minutes, and then you've got a video for us tonight, don't you? Yeah,
I got a video. I was out at the factory last week, so I got enough videos to last me a few weeks. So, my contest, and I have an exciting announcement about my prize for this evening. It's been a long time coming.
All right, sounds good. We're going to be back with you in just a few moments, and I know what that surprise is. Aha. And you got shipped to my shop. Yeah. All right, hold on 1 second, okay? We'll be right back with you, Dave.
Thanks, Dave.
All right, Brad Sanders from BG Products. He's in the dark. How are you, Mr. Brad?
Can you see me?
I can. We can barely see you, and we hear you good, so it's all good. It's all good.
All right, I'll have to turn the lights up.
What fiance put you in the cubby hole, huh?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, she's got me in the corner so she can watch her shows.
There you go. Makes sense. No problem at all. BG Products and Services. I know I'm a BG dealer, and a lot of repair shops in the Baltimore region are, as well as across the country. BG is a company that supplies chemicals and also equipment to repair facilities and dealers to maintain cars. And you guys have a warranty on your services too.
Yeah, absolutely. It's part of doing the services. If you start with any of the fluids in your vehicle and having them serviced at 75,000 miles or before, we back our products. We believe in them so much that if there were to be some sort of failure, lubrication-wise, we'll step in and we'll pay for part of the bill up to $4,000 if you start before 36,000 miles. On your engine, your fuel system, your power steering system, your cooling system, your brake system, the differentials, transfer case, manual transmission, and we also do automatic transmission as well, but the coverage amount is only $2,000. And that's if you start.
What about cup holders?
I'll have to talk to them about the cup holders as well.
Yeah, I think that's the only part you missed. I really do.
There are a lot of components on your vehicle that can be covered, almost more than what the car is even worth, if you were to add all of them up. And then we also have what we have called as Tier 2 coverage. So like I had said, all of those components can be covered, and that's having that service between 0 and 36,000 miles. If you were to start the initial service between 36,000 miles and 75,000 miles, the coverage amount would actually be half. So you'd have $2,000 on everything that I just said, as well as $1,000 on your automatic transmission.
Right.
And then once it's serviced, all you have to do is follow our maintenance interval, and that coverage amount would stay actually for the life of the vehicle. So
every 30,000 miles.
Basically every 30,000 miles for all those services, except for your fuel system. You'd want to have that serviced every 15,000 miles, and then your oil change with our oil additive MOA every 7,500 miles.
Very good. All right, and all this information can be found on the website bgprotectedforlife.com, which
Absolutely.
is a little tricky. B as in boy, G as in George, the word protected, the number 4,
The number
and
4.
thewordlife.com. Yeah,
Absolutely.
somebody's done that 4 in instead of FOR, and that confuses people, but it's all good. So
It'll throw you off a little bit, but you'll find it eventually.
yes, sir. Well, Mr. Brad, we'll be back with you in just a few minutes. We got to throw some of these other guys off the air, okay?
Absolutely.
Brad Sanders from BG Products and Services. Let us get back to Mr. Michael Lambert. Mike, you have a product that you would like to show us, correct?
Yeah. The big thing in detailing now is no rinse car washes or waterless car washes, whatever you want to call them.
Right.
Mainly because of a lot of water restrictions, especially in California. So Meguiar's has come out with 2 products recently, within a year. One is the rinse-free wash, which is basically was geared towards body shops, so it has no silicones or waxes or anything in it. And then they have the rinse-free wash and wax.
Okay.
Which I think is what Rod Kraft gave you at Carlisle, Dave.
Yes, I believe so.
And it is probably the best product I have used with as far as a spray detailer, rinse-free wash, a glass cleaner, a chrome cleaner. It does just about everything there is to do on a car. It doesn't attract the dust, so you can use it over top of coatings. So it works very well on wheels. It comes in a gallon. It's a little pricey. It's about $60 a gallon, but you dilute it, and you can get up to 20 gallons out of that 1 gallon container.
Oh, okay.
Depending on how you dilute it. So it's pricey up front, but not in the long run.
Right.
Very economical to use, and I absolutely love it. My car sat out in the rain the other day, and I pulled it back in after delivering a car, and that's all I used on it, and there was not a scratch in the car, and the car looked like I just polished and waxed it.
Now, did you use that with water on the car already, so it mixed with water?
No, not at all. The car was dry from sitting out in the sun. It had all kinds of water spots on it from the rain drying on it. Took them all right off, didn't scratch anything, and the car just looked beautiful. So
Fantastic.
I'm seriously impressed with it.
And that car is right behind you right now, correct?
Yes, absolutely.
That's your Black Beast, the Black 2012 Challenger or 13?
13.
2013 Challenger. Yep. So very nice. Well, that's good news, and that is a product that when I was at Chrysler's at Carlisle, I saw Rod there again, and he asked me to bring my car over to the display, and he did give me that product, and it's been very good. I've used it twice. It's fantastic.
Yeah, it works really well, and it just leaves the car slick as anything, really slick, like you just waxed it. And it does have wax in it that will add some protection. And like I said, it's dilutable, and you'll have to kind of search for it. You may be able to find it at a Napa or a Kunkel or somebody like that handles the Meguiar's detailer line, because it's on a professional side. If not, you can get it off the internet. It's with no problem at all.
Put the can up the bottle up one more time. Everybody gets a shot to look at that. That is Meguiar's. Too close. Express Wash and Wax. That is rinse-free Express Wash and Wax. Very nice.
Yeah, and you can use this in a bucket with water, or you can dilute it into a spray bottle, which seems to be the way to go with everybody now. Or you can put it in. I saw a video on them using it with a garden type sprayer, the little quart pump up with air. Some guys put brake cleaning all in. You can use it with that too, and it works very well.
Very good. All right, Mr. Mike, we'll be back with you in just a few moments. Thank you for that helpful tip. I appreciate it.
No problem.
Back with Dave Windward. We have a contest, and we'll be with Craig Shipp in just a few minutes, who joined us. Dave Windward from Jasper Engines and Transmissions. You've got a video to show us, and you also have a contest.
Yep. Well, the video, what I wanted to share with everyone is we are actively involved in the turbocharger remanufacturing business. So we've always done this. We've remanufactured turbochargers mostly for diesel engines in our running complete format. But we've branched out, and we're selling them as standalone units. We expect probably by 2018 that about 80% of the brand new gasoline-powered vehicles sold in the United States will probably have some form of turbocharger, supercharger, power adder. The CAFE standards are getting so tight that the engines keep getting smaller and smaller, and then they throw a turbocharger on it just to give you some extra power, of course.
Like, for example, the EcoBoost. Yeah,
that was one of the first ones, and in fact, there's I believe overseas there's a lot of 3-cylinder, 1-liter turbocharged engines. We're probably going to see more of that technology come over here. So we see a big opportunity for turbos, and what I have in my hand is actually one of the compressor wheels. One of them, we've actually discarded this, but this is off the 6-liter Ford diesel. And these things, most of the time, what causes failure to a turbo is when the rest of the engine goes bad, the turbos are lubricated from just engine oil getting sucked out of the oil pan. So if that oil is contaminated, it gets into the bearings of the turbocharger and then causes the turbo to go bad. So the video, the video I wanted to share with you is some tools we had to purchase. These cost us several $100,000. Basically, what it is a balancer. So you have a shaft, you have the compressor wheel on one side, and then the turbine wheel on the other side. And this is what the exhaust gas is turned, and in turn turns the shaft, turns this wheel. These things spin 60,000 RPMs plus, sometimes upwards of 100,000 RPMs. So you have two teeny little bearings, and just that little thin film of oil is all that protects that. So well, I'm sure
that's the whole problem. The problem is the shaft is made by Bic, so that's the problem.
Yeah, and I'm sure BG's got some great products to help with the long. I get it.
Okay, the pen you use is the shaft. Okay.
But
gotcha. Okay, well, show the video because we're running out of time tonight because we've got to rush things along a little bit because I have an appointment that I've got to get to. So let's run the video, see what we got. Then we got a contest after that.
So that,
there we go.
Yeah, there's the little machine that spins up the shaft. He's
all right.
And you can see it spinning right there.
That thing is booking.
Yeah, and then there's another machine we use after this. That actually spins it to 100,000 RPMs.
Wow.
So that's some of the technology we've invested in to make these things right. So yeah, that's what we got on turbos for this evening.
Very good. That's very interesting. And again, you are right. There are vehicles nowadays like the EcoBoost and a lot of the other vehicle engines are out there, Mazda and all that, that have a lot of supercharged and turbocharged vehicles. So they're going to be presented problems later if people don't catch up on their maintenance, like with the BG products that we talk about. Because we find a lot of turbo failure is strictly lack of maintenance on the regular oil changes on the vehicle. You don't keep up with it, you're dead meat, that's for sure.
Yep.
All right, Mr. Dave, you got a contest for us?
Yeah, I'll make it quick.
Okay.
I've got the secret Jasper hot and spicy barbecue sauce.
Yes, sir.
And
had it shipped to my shop, and surprisingly enough, it made it in the box and stayed in the box. So well, we were thinking about opening it up and taking it, I'll tell you.
But yeah, I actually owe a bottle to Mr. Tom Sullivan. Okay. And Tom, if you're watching, I have your address that you've given me from from several months. If it's changed, let me know. If not, I'm just going to send it back to that address. So
okay, that'd be a nice housewarming gift. Move into a new house and they send you Jasper barbecue sauce.
Yeah. So, this is the contest, and this is cool. This is
right.
Whose logo is this? This is a vintage logo that's been around forever and ever. And gotcha. I'll give you a hint. It's not an exhaust company.
Okay.
There's two that look very similar. If you can guess this, you get yourself a bottle of this this coveted, wonderful, tasty Jasper barbecue sauce.
All right, the correct answer, the first correct answer at jasperman73@gmail.com wins the barbecue sauce. Whose logo is this? What company? jasperman73@gmail.com. Very good, Dave.
All right.
Thank you, sir. We'll be right back with you, buddy.
Okay.
Brad Sanders, once again, from BG Products. We're going to be right with Craig Shipp in just one moment. So, Brad, good to see you, sir. BG Products has been around for a long time. It used to stand for Bearings and Gears, I was told. And it's pretty interesting. Is that true?
From what I've heard, too, they don't really specifically say what it stood for, but Bearings and Grease, I believe, was the original, or it was Southwest Grease originally before it became BG. So that's what everyone kind of just figured it was Bearings and Grease.
Maybe. That could be true. Very good. But you guys do a great job. Your MOA product, your oil additive, is fantastic. It should be done with every oil change. We also have the new ethanol defender, which is a two-part product. You got that right there?
Yeah,
very
you
good.
Can see it.
Yeah, well, you can see the bottles. That's good. There you go. Two bottles. One of them is a dryer, and the other is the defender that takes care of corrosion. We've been selling that a lot at our shop. It does real well, and it does protect the gasoline. The defender takes care of the corrosion, and because ethanol brings in a lot more water, 50% more water than gasoline,
yeah,
you need
absolutely.
that to keep it dry.
The dryer itself works like a sponge, so any moisture that's in the tank is going to be absorbed, so it all burns as one with the gasoline itself. And then the defender is kind of a 3-in-1 deal. It is a cleaner, so any carbon that's built up in the motor, it will help clean, as well as a corrosion inhibitor, so it'll help neutralize the acids. Ethanol, when it mixes with moisture, becomes very acidic. So it'll help neutralize those acids, and it also stabilizes the gasoline for up to a year. So if you're, having a car that's going to be sitting over the winter, it's very good, for that as well.
Very good. Well, it's been good having you here tonight. Thank you so much for joining us, Brad. Do you have contact information, or you just want to leave the website?
I'll tell you what. If you're interested in learning more about some of the EcoBoost motors. We have a really cool website called bgfueltest.com where they took a Ford EcoBoost motor right out of the box, actually back when Ford first made it, and they ran it 30,000 miles under Ford's recommended maintenance, and they did tests for everything from horsepower to torque, all kinds of different readings, and then they did the next 30,000 miles under BG's recommended maintenance, and they did the same tests, and you can see an amazing difference between the first 30,000 miles under Ford's recommended maintenance and then the next 30,000 miles under our recommended maintenance. So,
very good. What was that website again?
It's called bgfueltest.com.
Very good. Well, thank you, Brad. Appreciate you being with us, buddy.
Thanks for having me.
Okay, be back with you in just a few moments. Mr. Craig Shipp from CraigShipp.com, Hangout10.com, Frederick.com. I could go on and on and on. How are you, mister?
Good, good. Just popped in to say hi. I was doing a Hangout on Air during the Apple event earlier, their live event. We were talking about that. That video is up on YouTube. It already has almost 5,000 views.
Is that the introduction of the i6?
Yeah, the i6 and the now they call it the Apple Watch. Everybody thought it was going to be the iWatch, but they threw us a curveball and called it the Apple Watch.
Okay.
So that was announced. That's not going to ship until early next year. The phones, I think you're going to be able to order them, I believe, a week from Friday. Don't quote me on that.
The reason why they changed the name of the watch is because iWatch.com is already held by stalkers. So
there you go. There you go. All right. Good point. So the other thing I wanted to bring you up to speed on, I think I had mentioned this to you before. A good friend of mine, Audrey Scherer, her video is still going viral on Facebook. Video that we put up less than a week ago has 101,000 likes, 38,000 shares. Millions of views, so it is literally going viral internationally, and if people want to check that out, they can go to hoopinglive.com, and I've got a link directly to that video.
Now, how can you make money on that? Have you figured out a way to do that? I mean, over 1 million views.
On Facebook, it's just a question of her brand. We put her brand right at the end of that video, hoopinglive.com, because you can't monetize videos on Facebook. And the reason we put that video on Facebook as opposed to YouTube was she was dancing to the new Taylor Swift song. So it was absolutely copyrighted material, so there's no way we would have gotten away with monetizing it on YouTube anyway, and we would have risked her account being shut down. So we went ahead and took a chance and put it on Facebook, and it has in fact gone viral, and she's gotten a lot of contacts. She actually had a producer contact her about being in a new movie. She was already in a movie last year, and she was contacted about another movie that's going to start filming as a direct result of this visibility. She's been contacted by some news organizations, so it's going to help her brand and move her name forward.
That's a good thing. Very good, very good.
And it took her 10 minutes to do it, so. Why not, right?
I guess not. Yeah, she's talented. I've seen the hooping videos that she's done on your on Frederick.com and other sites.
Yeah, this one we literally did in a Hangout with her webcam. She just shot it with her webcam, not even in HD, and we edited it in the Hangout, and then she uploaded it, and literally took us about 15 minutes total to do the whole thing.
That's fantastic. Well, it proves you simple sometimes is usually the best. So it works out great.
Fast and simple, that's right.
All
Anyway,
right.
thanks for the invite.
Thank you, buddy. You have yourself a great one. All right, well, it's time for me to say goodbye. Thank you, guys. I appreciate it so much. Mike Lambert from the Shine Shop. Your contact information, once again, 410-833-1632. And the website is theshineshopAutoDetailing.com. Pleasure being with you, buddy. Thanks so much for joining us tonight.
My pleasure. I appreciate it. I'll talk to you Saturday.
Okay, tell Lena a very happy birthday to her.
I sure will.
Now the world knows. All right? Thank you, buddy.
Thank you.
Dave Windward from Jasper Engines and Transmissions. Put the contest information up there one more time, if you will. The person that gives the correct answer, the first one, the email is jasperman73@gmail.com. Whose company logo is this? Be more than happy to get themselves a Jasper barbecue sauce bottle, and it is some good stuff. jasperman73@gmail.com. Thank you, Dave.
Thanks, Dave.
Brad Sanders from BG Products and Services. Thank you so much for being with us. BGFindAShop.com is the website to go to find a BG dealer near you, and you can find out all the products that BG makes and that are available at those tiers. So that's BGFindAShop.com. Thank you, Brad.
Thanks for having me, Dave.
Appreciate it, buddy. And one more time for Craig Ship. We are part of the Hangout10.com network. Thank you, Craig, for helping us put this show on the air. And we've been now going about a year and a half. So thank you so much.
Time flies.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'm Dave Serio from the radio program You Ought to Know, seen and heard live every Saturday morning, Eastern Time, 7 a.m. till noon. Feels like midnight, but 7 a.m. till noon. 5 hours of You Ought to Know on the web at daveserio.com. I want you to have yourself a great evening. Thank you so much for being with us this evening. We're part of the Hangout10.com network. If you're watching this on archive, we'd love to have you join us live next Tuesday evening, 7 p.m. Eastern Time. On behalf of Mike Lambert from the Shine Shop, Dave Windward from Jasper Engines and Transmissions, Brad Sanders from BG Products, and Craig Ship from Hangout10.com, we thank you very much for being here. I'm Dave Serio at daveserio.com. Good night.